Romans 8 verse 14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. As mentioned yesterday, if you have a godly character, that God's era plan this year, AI, not only will you respond, but you will also become a leader, just like I will lead and supervise everyone. Work hard to use AI together. Do you understand? Remember what I mentioned before, it is about to be raptured. We're going to have a crucial moment. Is it 1 year is worth a lifetime? Now, the moment has arrived, but you are half believe, half doubt. Or think that you don't need to change yourself at all. Indeed, you can keep you unchanged. But in the next 2 years, the blessings you receive will only increase in nature. When you are in eternity, seeing someone get a reward of 3 million, then ask God. Oh God, I have served for over 30 years, this man has a reward of 3 million, then how much is my reward? Don't you feel ashamed when you ask this? Then, you felt confused, why do I have nothing in heaven? In fact, some people are just parasitic in Zion. That means you are not a good Christian, nor love the Lord any more than your former pastor or preacher, even know than other Christians, have a more authentic faith. Frankly, you can participate in Zion. It's purely because of fate. Not because you are indeed a treasure. Do you know? After joining Zion, you will naturally follow the trend and act together with everyone, merely seeking, you're good, I'm good, to maintain a good community. So, has this made your old character be trained? And thus better than others? No. Now, faced with new experiments, nothing is left to hide. You still want to use the way of survival in the past 20 years. Even as your pastor, nor will it survive 20 years later, it remains unchanged. What's more, year after year, I change and break through me. As I said, because of my existence, so, the people around me. No need to strive for self-improvement. Being a token member, you're good, I'm good. Don't you think this is a tragedy? Because only a new life can enter heaven, only then can it have real value. But you have been following the old life. Hide yourself in the new environment, never gave birth to a new life. On the contrary, take the AI faced this year as an example. What's the best response? Just before I share it, you have devoted yourself to AI, used to improve current work. The second best reaction, after I say it, just started taking action. For if you are the Lord's sheep, you should be able to hear the voice of the Lord. Even if you don't understand the voice of the Lord, at least you know how to listen to the voice of Moses, the Anointed One. But the problem is, even if some people hear the voice of the Anointed One, still careless. Why? Because this is the Joshua effect. As we all know, Joshua is Moses' deputy. Suppose you are a man and ask yourself, when you live in the era of Moses, will it be as good as Joshua? Then you will understand, why is there only one Joshua beside Moses? Likewise, around God's Anointed One, often, there is only one Joshua. Because others always look down upon you, live like Joshua. In other words, if you were in the era of Moses, when you met Joshua, you would naturally think, I wouldn't live like him. But you have never thought about it, only he could enter Canaan, anyone who had your own ideas, all were buried in the wilderness. You think this is your style. And this, you, is actually the old me. Then this old me, how can you dream of going to heaven? In the past, millions of old me never had a qualification to set foot in Canaan. No doubt you have heard of Joshua, but when you live in the same era as him, interact with each other as friends, at that time, will you, because of your own dignity, and what about choosing not to live like him? When everyone is still alive, you think you have free choices, but remember, history has told you, not only was Joshua able to enter Canaan, he also became the leader of the Israelites. At present, please think carefully. You have lived a lifetime. What kind of person are you? In the future, do you still have to stick to the old me? In fact, the true meaning of faith, it is to give birth to a new life of God. Cultivate it and grow it gradually. Only by looking at faith from this perspective, you can truly understand the structure of 100 times or 100,000 times blessings, and why I can solve its structure. Just because it is a reward of character, it is a character reward mechanism. Remember, when practicing this truth, you must have the right mentality, as I mentioned earlier in the message, Parables of the Kingdom of Heaven. In the end, is it a 100-fold blessing? As a slot machine or a soda vending machine, click the button after inserting the coin. Will it spit out the reward? Although it has rewards, but it's different from this kind of operation. It requires you to exchange your character, it depends on how you choose your life and role. The most important thing is even if we live in the same era, but each of you, everyone can choose to become Joshua. Romans 8 verse 14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God.
What have we lost? Have we forgotten the image of God, the way we were once? First Eve and Adam, from grace they had fallen, but this story's not yet done. First Eve and Adam, from grace they had fallen, but this story's not yet done. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.